What kind of dietary restrictions do you have?
I'm allergic to watermelon, apples, peaches, and carrots, and I developed these allergies in third grade.
Okay. Um, all right, so could you tell me a little bit about some of your go-to places to eat on campus or in Ithaca in general?
On campus, I like to eat at Max or Terrace, and off campus, like Seatown, I'd say I like going to Asian chili spot, and downtown, I like the Lotus.
Could you tell me a little bit about what you like about them?
I just feel like the quantities are good, and I love getting my protein in, so I feel like they have good protein sources.
Mm-hmm. Are there any food items you avoid at these places? Anything specific? If not, it's all right.
Um, no, not really, not at these spots.
So none of the like the main orders that you usually get, like they don't have.
I mean, I guess for Terrace, when I get a salad, I'll avoid the carrots.
Oh, okay, okay. And do you usually eat alone or do you eat with others?
I typically eat with others, but sometimes when I'm on a time crunch or I need to study and lock in, I'll probably eat by myself because it doesn't take as much time.
Makes sense, makes sense. Do you usually eat in the same places or do you like to switch it up from time to time?
Mm, on campus, I like to switch it up, but I'd say off campus, I mainly eat at the spots that I like to go to.
Yeah. Besides like Max or Terrace, or do you go to these places for lunch, for dinner?
Mostly for lunch. I
Mostly
like
for
cooking
lunch.
my dinner.
Oh, you like cooking for dinner. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Can you tell me about the last time you tried somewhere new?
This time, uh, I went to Indian spot in Seatown. I think it's called Sangnam.
Oh, okay.
I was with four of my other friends, and it was just a new experience for me because I don't eat too much Indian food, but that was really good.
Oh, wow, nice. Um, hmm. And what made you bring us to this location for this for today's interview?
Uh, it's just a place where I feel most comfortable, and I like making a lot of my meals here, so
Okay, okay.
I thought it fit the vibe of the interview.
Yeah. Um, and hmm, already answered that. Who do you usually eat your meals with? Friends, roommates?
I typically eat with my friends from church because we do share a lot of the classes, or even if we don't, we have lunch schedules that match up.
Okay. Do you have any? Do you have a favorite type of food or cuisine that you look for?
Um, like right now, I'm on a cut, so anything with low calories and high protein.
Okay, okay. So, do you feel like it's or where do you usually go to get these type of foods?
Um, yeah, that's why I like terrace a lot because with a salad, you can just get a bunch of chicken and keep it low calories.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not eating on campus, then I'll just cook something at home,
Okay.
following like YouTube recipes of low protein or low calories, high protein.
All right. Are there any places that you avoid eating on campus?
Not because of my dietary restrictions, but I try to avoid Oak and Shields as much as possible.
Oh yeah, why is that?
I feel like the lines are just really long, and the food isn't like that good where I would wait in line that often.
Do you think they offer like high protein, low calorie meals though?
It depends on what you get. I feel like there's a lot of
I guess it depends on the day and the
it
menus
just
that they
depends
have.
on the day.
Yeah. Do you find yourself like looking at the menu before you go to dining halls?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I always make sure, especially if I'm gonna eat at West. Make sure to see what all the different houses offer.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me about when you really started managing your dietary restrictions on your own as a student?
On my own, I'd probably say, yeah, like freshman year of college. That's when I was like first taking care of all my meals from like for myself without my parents. And it wasn't too hard of a transition because I just had to cut out, fruits and carrots.
And why did that transition happen? Like from when you entered college? Why not in high school?
Because in high school, like my mom took care of most of the meals for me, dinner, and she packed lunch and made breakfast as well.
Okay, makes sense. What surprised you the most about that experience of transitioning?
That it wasn't like too hard, because like if I'm eating on campus, then it doesn't take too much like time out of the day to get the meal. Whereas if I'm cooking at home, it takes a little more time. But yeah, it's just like easy to cut out fruits and like carrots.
Yeah. Can you walk me through your process of deciding where you want to eat, starting when you realize that you're hungry? What things go through your mind when you're thinking about this?
I think about how much time I have, like before class, or if I have a prelim or a different activity. And if I don't have a lot of time, I decide to eat on campus, and then I check the menus of the different places and see what has the best option. But if I have a little more time, I'll probably go home and cook something, or if I meal prep something already, then that's also an option.
And how much time does it normally take to come to a decision? Do you find yourself like thinking about it for like a long time, or is it like usually a quick, just quick decision?
I feel like it's pretty quick. Like the longest it'll take me is probably like 3 minutes.
Okay. And before we talked about when you tried the new Indian restaurant in Seatown, how did it turn out?
Wait, it turned out really good.
Oh, yeah?
I definitely want to go back again, and I think it was a very hearty meal compared to like a lot of the other places that I tried off campus. It kept me full, so it was good.
Okay, that's good. Were there any times that felt particularly challenging for you to find something to eat? And if you can you describe that situation a little bit?
Not really too challenging, but I'd say, like, I remember spring semester of my sophomore year, there were definitely times when I was studying for Orgo where I couldn't really go to the dining hall or somewhere else to get food, and I just like order from the Get app and just get a sandwich and pick it up real quick.
Did this experience affect the rest of your day at all?
No, not really, because it was just like right before my prelim, so.
Okay. Oh, so you were like focused on your prelim?
Yeah.
Not so much what you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
See. Okay, has there been a time when you felt that your dietary restrictions affected your social experience? And if so, can you describe that a little bit?
Not too much, but I guess like in summer, like eating watermelon is really, I feel like it's just a go-to, and I used to do that too. It was just really fun and enjoyable, especially with the hot weather. But yeah, I guess like that's the only part. Like I can't eat watermelon anymore in the summer with my friends.
Okay. Can you describe a time when incorrect information about food ingredients caused an issue for you? That ever happened to you?
I don't think that's ever been an issue for me.
Oh, yeah.
At least not yet. Thankfully.
That's good. And can you take me through your backup plan for when your normal dining options aren't available?
If I'm already at home, then I'd probably order from DoorDash, even though it costs a lot. I'm not sure what I'd do if I was on campus. I might also DoorDash.
Can you describe how you prepare yourself when you're eating in an unfamiliar environment or situation, such as like traveling or at like events away from home?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'll check immediately for to see if it has carrots or if there are any of the foods that I can't eat. But another thing to keep in mind is like when I'm traveling to a different country, I always make sure to be careful with the water quality. I think it's always important. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are there any routines or systems that you really developed to manage meals throughout your week? Is there like a meal plan that you follow, or just anything that you really stick to when it comes to meals?
I mean, overall, I just try to keep the calories low, keep the protein high, but I do meal prep, so I try to eat at least one meal prep a day, and then try to see the healthiest on-campus option for the other meal.
Why do you meal prep?
Well, I think I'm getting into cooking. I'm starting to enjoy the process of cooking, and I think it's just easier for me to track whatever I'm intaking, and it also saves time for like when I'm trying to eat lunch throughout the week.
Is meal prepping something that you started recently? Is that something you started in college, or is that something you've done for a longer period of time?
Yeah, I started meal prepping this summer because I knew that I was going to be living in an apartment, and I was just like searching up on YouTube, just like different meal prep recipes.
Yeah, and you said it's easier to track what you're eating when you're meal prepping.
Yeah.
Do you keep track of like how much protein, like the calories? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, mainly protein and calories, and then to make sure I got everything, like I have a scale and I just like max everything I put in.
Okay. Can you tell me some of like your favorite things to meal prep?
Favorite things, I'd say I really like this like honey chipotle chicken I make, and there was a garlic, I kind of forget, but it was like some garlic mac and cheese that I made recently, and curry is always a good option too.
How long does it usually take you to prep these?
I feel like it wouldn't take much more than like an hour 15 or hour 30 to make like 4 meals for the week.
Okay, so you make it like for the whole week. That
Yes.
works. Okay. And then when do you find yourself usually eating these meals?
Mostly during lunch, but I do like once or twice a week eat one of these meals at nighttime.
Okay.
Dinner.
Yeah, can you tell me how would you normally check if a food is safe for you to eat?
Well, if I'm eating at like just somewhere outside my apartment, then I just check the menu and see if it has like carrots or any of the fruits. But yeah, at home it's pretty easy to track because I know what I'm putting into each meal that I make.
Do you find yourself looking at like the nutrition facts of something that you just bought just to make sure, and like the ingredients?
Yeah, all the time, especially for calorie content, sugars, fats, and protein.
Yeah, I guess that kind of goes into the next question, but is there anything that makes you confident or uncertain about the food when you're looking at the ingredients or anything at all?
I think any time that there could be traces of like the fruits I'm allergic to or carrots, especially like when it says like may contain certain ingredients, that's when I get a little bit more cautious. And I just try to avoid those.
And can you tell me about the most recent time you ate with a group of friends or people, and how did this meal come together?
Oh yeah, actually last night I went over to my friend's house and his roommate made smoked chicken, and it was just like pretty spontaneous. I just finished studying, and we were gonna prepare smoked chicken for our church dinner today, and his roommate was just giving us tips on how to smoke meat. So he gave us an example and cooked dinner for us.
How'd you guys choose where to eat?
We just decided to eat at his place because that's where they were smoking the chicken at, and was just mostly convenient for everyone.
Did you play a role in that situation or in that decision at all?
Um, Not really. I just agreed to him asking if I wanted to come over for a meal.
And did you communicate your needs/dietary restrictions to them, or did you give them like a heads up or something?
No, I didn't think there was gonna be anything inside the chicken because you're just putting seasoning on it.
Do you use any apps or other resources to help you find the food options?
Um, maybe not find food options, but I use like MyFitnessPal to keep track of all the macros that I intake every day.